Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're tuning into something quite specific.
Yeah, it's a radio broadcast, isn't it? Stay safe, LS.
Exactly. From the NHS Critical Care Department over in Los Santos. And our mission really is just to understand what these frontline medical folks are broadcasting to their community.
You know, about gun violence, emergency response, and crucially, support.
What strikes me is how direct it is. It's not filtered through like a news report.
No, it's straight from them, like a public service announcement almost. You can feel the weight behind it coming from people who see this stuff day in, day out. It gives you this, well, this invaluable real-world perspective.
Okay, so let's get into the meat of it. The broadcast, it doesn't pull punches. It calls gun violence in Los Santos constant, chaotic.
And sadly, normal. That's the bit that really hits hard.
Yeah. And obviously, it's the NHS critical care teams dealing with the immediate aftermath, treating the victims.
But the message they're sending out, it's bigger than just the hospital, right? They stress that while they handle the critical care, the community has a massive role, too.
Like a two-pronged approach.
Exactly. Immediate medical help, absolutely, but also building that community resilience. It needs both.
So, okay, let's imagine you hear this broadcast, maybe you're driving, and then something happens nearby. A shooting. What's the first thing Stay Safe LS says to do?
First off, your safety. Always. You can't help anyone if you become a casualty yourself, so secure the scene as best you can. Make sure you're not in the line of fire.
Makes sense. Then what?
Then immediately call emergency services. And be clear. Give them the location, best estimate of how many people are hurt, and crucially, if the shooter is still there or nearby. That information is gold dust for the responders.
Okay, location, number of victims, shooter status. Got it. And if it is safe to approach someone who's injured.
Right. The broadcast gives some really practical first aid advice. If someone's unresponsive, not breathing, start CPR. If you're trained, that's key.
Okay, if trained. What if they're conscious but bleeding?
Direct pressure. Find the wound, grab any clean cloth, a t-shirt, anything, and just press down hard. Keep that pressure on.
And just physically helping isn't everything, is it?
No, absolutely not. Reassurance is huge. Talk to them. Keep him calm. Tell him help is coming. Just being there can make a massive difference to their state of mind.
The broadcast covers that immediate crisis moment. But it doesn't stop there, right? It talks about what comes after.
Yeah, and this is really important. They make it clear that surviving the physical injury is, well, often just the start. The recovery journey is long.
You mean the mental side of things?
Exactly. The emotional, the psychological impact. Things like PTSD, anxiety, depression. These are really common after experiencing or witnessing that kind of violence. It's a marathon, like they say, not a sprint.
And the NHS, presumably, has support for that marathon.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
The broadcast details specific mental health pathways they've set up. There's even a dedicated trauma response team.
What does that team do?
They offer crisis counseling right away, then follow-up care, help finding longer-term therapy if needed, psychologists, social workers, people trained in trauma. The core message being broadcast is, you are not alone in this. Don't try to cope by yourself.
That's good to hear. And it seems the broadcast also looks sort of outwards towards preventing this in the first place.
Yes, it really does. It talks about the NHS being proactive, getting out into the community.
Like what sort of things?
Well, they mentioned school visits, setting up safe spaces for young people, running education programs on conflict resolution, trying to break the cycle.
So it connects treating the victims with preventing future violence.
Precisely. It underlines that they're interconnected. You can't just patch people up. You also have to try and stop them getting hurt in the first place. It's a whole system approach.
So for anyone listening to us break down this Stay Safe LS broadcast, what's the takeaway? What's the call to action?
It's actually very direct in the broadcast. Get trained in first aid. The NHS offers free sessions, weekly apparently, and they specifically cover responding to gunshot wounds.
Free training. That's huge.
It really is. Knowing what to do in those first few minutes, like knowing which emergency channel to tune into, it genuinely can save a life. Preparation matters.
So wrapping this up, the signal from Stay Safe LS seems to be, yes, gun violence is a terrible reality in Los Santos, but don't accept it as inevitable. Don't be passive.
Right. There are things you can do. Immediate response skills, knowing about the long-term support, and crucially, taking part in that community effort to make things safer. It's about shared responsibility.
It's a powerful message. So as you listening, think about this broadcast. Consider those resources, the first aid, the mental health support. How does knowing this exists, broadcast directly from the front lines, maybe change how you view community safety and, well, your own potential role in it?
It's definitely something to reflect on. Sobering, yes, but also, I think, ultimately empowering.